UK Prime Minister losing authority after Labour infighting. Who's really running Britain? Because it clearly isn't the Prime Minister. Welcome back to UK News, where we expose the rot at the core of British politics. And right now, one question hangs in the air like a bad smell: who is actually in charge of this country? Because from where we're standing, it doesn't look like Prime Minister Keir Starmer has a grip on anything. Let's not sugarcoat it, Starmer's Labour government, sitting on a massive majority, should be cruising. Instead, what are we watching? Chaos, purges, backroom betrayal, and MPs being booted out like misbehaving schoolchildren. And what's their crime? Daring to speak up for the poor. Apparently, that's now considered knobheadery, yes. That's the term party insiders are reportedly using. Rachel Maskell, one of the MPs suspended, didn't rebel with fire and fury. She spoke out against cuts to Social Security that would literally make life worse for vulnerable people. But in Starmer's shiny new Labour, disagreeing with cruel policies is now a punishable offence. This isn't party discipline. It's a political witch hunt, orchestrated by party whips hunting down the ringleaders of dissent. Since when did standing up for basic human dignity become a sacking offence in the Labour Party? And let's not forget the timing. Just before Parliament rises for the summer, a move so petty and calculated it's impossible not to call it what it is. Starmer flexing his muscle because he's terrified of losing control. Backbenchers have tasted influence, and Downing Street is panicking. Meanwhile, opinion polls show Labour trailing Reform, yes. Reform, and the Greens nipping at their heels. Starmer's supposedly untouchable grip, slipping faster than government credibility. Let's talk about that welfare debacle. The government tried to scrap PIP payments, making life harder for thousands. The backlash was swift and brutal, not just from backbenchers, but from their own data showing just how disastrous the plan would be. They backtracked, humiliated, and now they are punishing anyone who dared call them out. This is not leadership, it's desperation. Even insiders admit it. Number 10 was spooked. Spooked? This is the government. They are not supposed to get spooked by their own MPs. Tony Blair had mass rebellions over Iraq and didn't resort to this nonsense. Starmer's crackdown reeks of insecurity and panic. The deeper issue? No one really knows who's in charge. Starmer? The whips? The markets? Because let's be honest, the financial markets pulled the rug out from under Liz Truss, and every PM since has lived in their shadow. If ministers want to spend money, say, on not ruining the lives of disabled people, the answer from on high is sorry. The bond markets say no. And here's the terrifying part. That means unelected financiers have more sway than our elected representatives. That's not democracy. That's market tyranny. Even ministers admit privately that the machinery of government feels chaotic. Conflicting orders, lack of clarity, officials getting contradictory instructions on the same day. This isn't a well-oiled machine. It's government by guesswork, and we're all paying the price. One insider described it perfectly: they don't inhabit their power. Starmer's government still behaves like it's waiting for the adults to come home. It's like watching someone try to drive a car with no steering wheel. What's their big idea to fix it all? A new department of Downing Street. Because of course, when everything's falling apart, why not throw in another layer of bureaucracy? Maybe a few more corridors will help them find a clue. Meanwhile, the Labour base of people who expected change are getting restless. The government campaigned like lions, but now governs like lost in turns. They ditched welfare cuts only after being dragged kicking and screaming. That isn't compassionate governance. It's damage control after a PR disaster. And it gets worse. Even foreign optics are a mess. With Donald Trump rolling into Scotland, what's the best Starmer's team can offer? He won't be golfing. Wow, inspiring. The country is crumbling, and the headline is "No Bugger Ride with Trump." If this is the best Downing Street's comm strategy can manage, we're doomed. Let's be brutally honest, this isn't just about a few MPs losing the whip. This is about a government that can't lead, won't listen, and is terrified of its own backbenchers. Starmer promised competence. What we've got is confusion, resentment, and a dangerously thin-skinned leadership stomping out dissent like it's 1984. So again we ask, who's in charge? Because it's sure as hell not the people we elected to fix this country.